One of the region's most treasured assets could be a lifeline for wineries in upstate New York. Last week, grape growers here were worried a potential frost could wipe out this year's crop. Thankfully, growers here were spared, but the Finger Lakes region wasn't so lucky. And now wineries there are turning to growers in Northeast for help. Matt Mathias is in our control room with more. Matt.
Well, Jen, Mazza Vineyards was just one of several local establishments to be called upon as harmful weather impacted their region, but not our own. In early April, weather proved to be great by all normal standards. The region had warmth and sunshine, which really pushed along the growth of plants, including the grapes. But last week, there was a drop in temperature and a warning for grape growers locally, as well as for our neighbors in New York and Ohio. A potential frost that could wipe out crops.
We saw some cold temperatures here along Lake Erie recently, but those cold temperatures were really inland. Along the lakeshore, we talked to a lot of our growers. They didn't dip too far below. But up in the Finger Lakes, I've talked to some of the growers we work with up there and some of the farms and other wineries, and it is, it's pretty bad in some spots.
Mazza says some New York growers are seeing anywhere from a 10% loss to 100% of grape crops being wiped out, but it's site-specific and unique per location. Now, some of those businesses are turning to Northeast wineries as they look to bounce back.
You're going to look first and foremost if you can source fruit directly. That's always a great option, but I think you'll have a mix of whether it's grapes, whether it's fresh juice, or there may be even some market for additional bulk wine.
A representative with Mazza Vineyards says that each year you're never going to know what kind of weather is in store from your crops, but they always try to do their best.
There's a little bit more variability with regards to what's happening with regards to, climate change, and that's something that, is something we're feeling.
Mazza says some years they might provide help, and other years they could be the ones asking for it. It all depends on Mother Nature.
These things happen, they're going to continue to happen. It's the nature of being in this business, so I think it'll all, balance out to some degree, but it's just going to take a little bit of effort.
Now, we did reach out to several wineries in the Finger Lakes, and we didn't hear back from any, but if we do, we'll certainly have an update to this story. Jen.
All right, Matt Mathias in our control room. Thank you, Matt.